Welcome into the recap of the White Sox 2-1 victory, their second straight over the team with the best record in baseball, the Atlanta Braves. And the White Sox are now alone in first place in the American League Central Division. How cool and how amazing is that? Let's get into it. I'm David Kaplan. It's brought to you by our great partners at Lakeside Bank, where every Lakeside client has their own Lakeside banker. That's why my wife, Mindy, and I have been clients for more than 20 years. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. All right, before you say anything, you're probably like, why does this guy look weird with a weird shot? We haven't had power in our house since 3:30. Zero power. So I sat with two phones and I watched the Sox game, the Cubs game, flipped over on the phone to the basketball game, which was a joke. But I was mesmerized by the White Sox game. Davis Martin was magnificent. The Sox beat Chris Sale, and they're all alone at first because the Guardians lost again earlier today. So let's take you through this game and understand that when you wake up tomorrow morning as a White Sox fan, you're in first place. It's June 11th. And that's awesome. Here we go. In the fourth inning, Derek Hill base hit. Braden Montgomery, come on down. Last night's hero scores the game-winning run. That's how it'll go down in the box score. And then Luis Angel Acuna, a ground out. And that'll bring home Derek Hill. 2-0 White Sox. Ozzie Albies did score on an error by Miguel Vargas. And that'll be all. That's all they could muster against not only Davis Martin, who was magnificent, but against the White Sox bullpen. And all of a sudden, you can start to dream a little bit because it was a week ago. The Sox were 3 games out. And people were thinking, boy, with this schedule coming up, who knows where they're headed? And guess what? All alone in first place. Player of the game. I mean, I could go a number of ways. Derek Hill not only drove in the game winner, he scored the second run of the ball game, but I have got to give it to Davis Martin. 6 innings, 6 hits, no runs, no walks, and 6 Ks. Magnificent outing for Davis Martin. Hit-wise, Sox had 8 hits, 2-hit night for Braden Montgomery. This dude just came up yesterday. So 2 for 4. He scored a run and a 2-hit night for Luis Angel Acuna, and he drove in a run. Super, super cool to watch. Let me take you through the box score. The player of the game, again, is Davis Martin. That is the Gallagher Insurance player of the game since 1927. Gallagher has been working with Chicago businesses to provide insurance risk management. AJG.com. Look at the box score. Brought to you by Sinus and Snoring MD.com. Mydroth had a knock. Grichuk had a knock. How good has he been since he came over after being released by the New York Yankees? A knock for Vargas. 2 hits, as I said, for Braden Montgomery. A hit, a run scored, and an RBI for Derek Hill. 2 hits for Acuna. There's your 8, and that's enough to win the baseball game. So for the White Sox tonight, 2-8-1 is a little bit better than 1-7-1. For the Atlanta Braves in the game, they had 7 hits and a 2-hit night for their shortstop, Mateo, but only 1 run, and that's not enough. Quick look at the starting pitching matchup. It was a doozy, an absolute doozy. Chris Sale, former White Sox ace. Davis Martin, current White Sox ace. Chris Sale. It's brought to you by our great partners at Hooters. Try the wings. They're amazing. OriginalHooters.com. Chris Sale, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 2 runs. They're earned 6 Ks and a walk. They used 3 relievers. The White Sox, Martin, 6 innings, 6 hits, no runs, 6 Ks, no walks. ERA now an awesome 2.41. And then Newcomb, Dominguez, and Hudson finished it off. And the White Sox are now all alone in first place. Absolutely spectacular to see. Great for the city. That the fan base is who I'm happiest for. Cool for the players. Cool for the organization. But you, the fan, who's been through hell and back the way this team has played and decision making they've made that were bad, guess what? Treasure it now, because I think this thing is built to last. At least I hope so. Have a great rest of your night. White Sox win. White Sox are all alone in first place. Cool as all get out. Go for it. Now, stick the accelerator down and see how far you can ride this thing. Let's go. Take that.